Cthulhuigi here, and welcome to Slavery is Not a Game, the Game. So this is an activism game, sort of along the lines of what PETA has been doing with like Chicken Mario Brothers, or Chicken Pokemon, or Chicken Metroid Prime, but it's not about chickens, it's about Mario trying to get to the bottom of Nintendo's questionable practices, not auditing that their electronics aren't made with slave material. I don't know, apparently it's a sort of legit issue. It doesn't surprise me that Nintendo's sort of evasive and apathetic about it, because Nintendo's traditionally been like that, and I'm not normally a huge proponent of slacktivism, but I mean, if you're gonna get slacktivated about something, at least it's a relatively interesting thing to do, and it's a pretty important topic. I'm not sure if petitioning Nintendo with bizarrely detailed fan games is really the best way to go about it, but it got my attention, so I guess they're doing something right. So I actually learned about this game off of an article about it on Koopa TV, and the part of the reason I'm recording it is because the game was freezing, which it actually did on me once, sometime before level 4. And because, if you weren't paying attention at the title screen, there's Mohawk Bowser in this game, so that's pretty much worth investigating. But what really intrigued me about this game is the oddly detailed sprites. Like, back in my embarrassing childhood, I was a very pronounced frequent of Insider, the official Nintendo forums, and bastardized deviations. Yeah, that's my favorite part of a video game, when it has a pop-up that doesn't pause the game and isn't a real pop-up and just like screws up the flash. But no, so what interested me was the bizarrely high quality sprites, especially compared to like other fan games and like the kind of stuff PETA puts out. Another thing that interested me was that if you were paying attention on level 1, there were Gloombas, and there are Goombas on this level. Parabuzzies that die in one hit sort of rubbed me the wrong way. It's like, I don't know how you're supposed to care about activism when there's clear breaches of canon, but I'm pretty sure this is the correct color palette for a Hyper Goomba. So, whoever made this knows their stuff and is a pretty dedicated fan of the Mario series. Maybe I'm wrong about it being the accurate color scheme, but the fact that they chose green is sort of interesting. Now, I mean, obviously there's some canonical issues in that the Gloombas in the game with Hyper Goombas were stronger than regular Goombas, yet we see them before. But considering they've been known to be underground and we're going up further in this building, it sort of makes sense that you'd see them on the lowest floor. So yeah, some mechanics are relatively well preserved from Mario games, as the article, I'll link in the description, mentions. Like, you can do a little hop or a big hop by holding down A, but you can't bounce off enemies' heads, and that really sort of, I don't know, pulls me out of the experience. But yeah, I can't remember if I got around to it, but here's level 4, which has Mohawk Bowser. I think I did get around to that. So yeah, there are Potaboos here, spherical, kind of interesting. I don't know if I really buy that lava would erupt flames in a sphere rather than a ghost, Pac-Man ghost shape, whatever Potaboos are supposed to be shaped like. But points for effort, definitely non-copyright infringing. These Fawful non-copyright infringing spike tops are kind of interesting. Another sign that, well, that and the fact that the art style in general is rather Mario and Luigi styled, if you can say that it has a style. That makes me think that someone who actually knew what they were doing made the sprites for this. But yeah, the level design isn't particularly inspired. The article errantly claimed that stars are worth 10 points. Stars are worth 5 points, but I can see how you'd make that mistake because it's pretty easy to collect 2 at a time, but it's a pretty offensive breach of canon. So, in a practice run of this, I came back to this area, and those potaboos were stuck to the ceiling. I'm not sure if that's reproducible. I died on the potaboos the first time, and I suspect what happened is that their behaviors were reset without resetting their positions, so they started to jump up, and then they collided with the ceiling, and nothing happened. So here we go, Bowser. I was a little confused. I don't really get what to do here. I don't want to give any of this to this website, and if you go to this URL, you get to the website that you have to be on to play this game, as far as I can tell. And I did a brief search of the website and didn't find anything that implied that you could beat it, but maybe someone can tell me in the comments if I missed something, or maybe future independent research will reveal something, in which case I'll post a follow-up video. But that was a game, so hopefully that was insightful. Hopefully you know a lot more about plastics, slavery, conflict minerals. Here, I can't move the recording window. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. Yeah, so, I don't know. I don't like trivializing things that are important, which this seems pretty important, but, slacktivism doesn't do much for me. I feel like this website probably could have taken a more informative route, but they got me to play this crappy game, so I guess that was one of their primary goals, so good on them for that. It's walk3.org. Slavery is not a game, in case you are excited at playing this. Thanks for watching.